Kalamazoo, Michigan. Great. Nicole is there. Nicole, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, Ken. So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What's going on?
So my question is regarding what to do for work in the next 7 years. We're kind of in an overwhelmed season. My husband and I have a dream of owning a farm and a bed and breakfast combination. We are on baby step 2, and we have $18,000 of debt. We're working those 10 jobs between our full-time and all the side gigs that we're working. And we plan to have worked through the Ramsey steps and have our youngest child graduated by 2027. Then we'll be free to either go and travel and work at a bed and breakfast first and then transition into buying, or just buy a new home and be ready to open up our farm bed and breakfast.
Okay.
I need flexibility in my schedule for at least a few more years because of my kids.
Yeah.
That's why I substitute teach.
Okay.
And so I have some options that I would just wanted to throw out there for you and see what you thought.
I love options. Give me how many do we have?
3.
Okay, let's go. Number 1.
One is to continue where we're at. He works as a diesel mechanic full-time, and I substitute teach. And then we are doing we do cleaning, we do door dashing, I do organizing. He does fix-it jobs for people. So we could do that, but it's just a very scattered schedule. I get burnout.
How many hours would you say you guys are working in all those jobs?
So he works 40 hours, and I would say that I do that and more. He works 40 hours on his full-time job.
Right.
And then on top of that, we haven't really calculated out the hours, but we are, making our regular income before COVID, and my sub job kind of shut down.
Wow. So you're both putting in, he's putting in at least 50 and you're putting in how many hours a week?
I would say about the same.
Okay. Good grief. Okay. Got it.
And so we have 4 kids. This is a second marriage for both of us. But we have our kids every other week. So on those no kid weeks, we're just trying to bust it and get as many hours as we can.
Yeah.
But for the first time, I'm hearing my kids say, "You're never home." That's twice I've heard that, and that is not. I was a stay-at-home mom for most of their lives, you know.
I got it.
And so, yeah.
Okay.
So that's one option that we continue.
Option 2.
The other one is that we both have had side businesses that have never really come to more than being a hobby. I did mine while I was at home, with the kids, which is a home organizing business. And he does a fix-it, odd jobs type business. So I thought about the idea of rebranding that and combining that together into a home coaching business where we do organizing and we do the fix-it stuff around the house for people, but then we also add financial coaching, basic budgeting, that kind of thing that we're learning with Ramsey. And then adding menu planning, calendar planning, bringing in some people with the other specialties. I work with a couple people like that right now, and, it's just fulfilling, and it's something that we can do. I'm just concerned about putting in the time because we're looking at a 7-year span.
Yeah.
So is it worth it to rebrand, or do we just kind of keep, using that as a side gig when they roll in?
Yeah. Now, hold on. I want to ask a quick question for clarification, just so I'm staying up with you. The 7-year span, that is what you're saying is the combination of paying off the debt plus the kids being at an age where you guys can go after the dream. Is that what I'm hearing?
That's right.
Because you're paying off the debt much quicker than 7 years.
For sure.
Okay.
That's like doing the debt, getting the 6 months, getting the retirement all set up, and just continuing to build our financial state up until the kids are graduated.
Because you're going to be in baby step 3 when? What's the projection? I mean, you got the 6-month emergency fund in the bank.
Yep. So right now, with the subbing thing, we didn't shut down at all, but we just have to keep our emergency fund there until everything gets back full time. So we're down to pretty much 18 months of paying off that. But it's going to go faster than that. I know that.
Right. So I'm just trying to get a picture. So 18 months for debt, and then how much longer to get the emergency fund?
So if we were moving at just a regular rate, not exactly gazelle intense, I think that I had
just ballpark. I'm not trying
32, 2032 I had planned in here, but that was an older.
That's not true.
Yeah, so I would say
no.
We have. So that was. I'm sorry. I wrote that down with a bunch of, with all.
Hold
the
on.
Stuff
Slow down. So I'm trying to help you, but I'm just trying to in order for me to give you what I think is best option, I just need to get a timeline. In 18 months from now, you're going to be debt free, is what you're anticipating. Maybe sooner, but that's the longest it's going to take. Correct?
That's correct.
Well, then it's not going to take that much longer for you to get 3 to 6 months expenses in the bank.
So I was shooting for the 6 months, and so
okay. So let's call it 24 months. So 2 years from now, at the latest, you are going to be debt free, and the emergency fund is there. Okay, that's all I needed to know. 2 years. All right. Okay. So now, what's option 3?
Option 3 is that I would look for a full-time job. Like all these side benefits for me don't have benefits, aren't contributing to Social Security, don't have a retirement plan, nothing. So it's basically just the cash I'm taking away. Plus I'm paying my insurance on my own.
All right. What are you making? What do you make with all these jobs? Just you personally. What are you bringing home?
About 30.
Okay. And what would be, let's just cut out passion and mission. I'm not saying you have to. Well, let's just focus on talent to get you the best paying job possible, just based on talent, because this is all about biting a stick and gutting this out. What would be the job that you think would be most marketable for that could make you the most money?
I haven't really researched as far. I mean, I think that if I get another job outside of subbing, which is anywhere, it just ranges. Like last year, I made $33,000.
Yeah.
But next year that could be different, and so then the wage drops down. I mean, I have a sociology degree. I have a bachelor's degree in sociology and social work, but I'm not looking to work in that field. So I was thinking like hospitality.
Okay, great. So if you got a full-time job, so we at least we want to try to make 35, right? Full-time job. Let's just say that. Okay. Okay, I can tell you right now, option 2 is not a good move for you guys right now. It's too much.
Okay.
It's going to...
Option 2 of rebranding?
Yeah, you gave me 3 options. Okay. All right.
Yep.
Option 2, which is combining your side hustle and your husband's side hustle and rebranding, that's going to end up becoming a distraction, and I don't think it's going to generate the money that you need it to generate. Right now, it's like the more money you make right now, the better. But we want to be efficient in how we make it, correct?
Yes.
Because the kids are going, hey, I don't see you, Mom, and that's going to end up hurting your heart, and that would slow you down.
Correct.
I don't think substitute teaching is a great play for you either, because it just doesn't pay that much. You know what I mean? And it's kind of here and kind of there. I like 3, the full-time job for you, to create a little bit more stability and potentially make more money. So you're not having to commit to this, but I think it's the option I want you to try. We can find a really good, stable full-time job, maybe making 40 or whatever. That could really help from a benefit standpoint, save you all some money, get you into kind of a rhythm. And if anything, on the side hustle side of things, if you've got some extra hours during the weeks that the kids aren't with you, maybe you're helping the hubs with the fix-it stuff. Do you know what I mean? Where maybe you get more done. Maybe you're an extra set of hands. Maybe he can take on a few more jobs because you're project managing his jobs for him. I don't know. I like the idea of that. I just don't think home organizing and all that is going to generate that much revenue. That'd be my take. So I like the full-time job. And then, again, on the weeks that the kids aren't with you, picking up an odd job here or there, like a part-time job, the weeks that they aren't there, where you're delivering DoorDash or whatever, I like that option. So full-time for you, and then a part-time job in the weeks that your kids aren't with you. That's going to bring you full-time job. Sorry. That's option 3. Do you remember you gave it to me?
Yeah, with full-time. Do you think I should go in towards the dream job in hospitality, or you think I should pound away as much money in 7 years, no matter what it is?
Part of me says no matter what it is, just stock the money away. But I don't. I love the idea of you working in the hospitality industry so that you're getting paid to learn how to eventually run your own business. I love that idea.
Okay.
But my point is in the weeks where you don't have the kids, that's where you can go harder. And you can get up and keep that part-time, just a part-time job that brings in extra money, and it's all going towards debt. Let me tell you something right now. You told me you had $18,000 left. Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah.
You guys can easily beat that down in less than 18 months.
Okay.
I'm just telling you, you can. If nothing else, what if you're out there selling and getting more fixer-upper jobs for your hubs? You know what I mean? During those off weeks, you're out there laboring, you guys can make some more money. What if he goes and renovates a kitchen, or he does a bathroom for somebody or whatever, and he can make some big chunks of cash? I mean, there's no reason to believe he couldn't take on a project for somebody and make $3,000 in 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right?
Yes. I don't think he's up to the level of like doing a whole kitchen or anything. He does like minor fix-it type jobs and mechanic jobs, but the mechanics, yeah.
Okay. So what if he starts doing more mechanic work? There's good money in mechanic work.
Yes.
So he goes in and starts helping fix people's cars or whatever. He takes on a couple side projects, so it's more mechanical then. But again, if he starts making an extra $1,000, $2,000 a week, certainly on those weeks where you don't have the kids, and he's got himself loaded with 3 different jobs, he might make $2,000 or $3,000 in a week. You know, I'm not making that up.
Right.
Well, how quickly does that knock out $18,000? How quickly does that build up the emergency fund? I think it's option 3 for you, and you guys are going to get there way quicker than you think. And then I love the idea of you being in the hospitality industry and learning how to run that B&B, because now it's about getting paid to work in that field while you're saving up money, and you guys eventually buy your own place. I love it.